Okay, so welcome to the penultimate round of Season 2 of my Ayrton Senna driver career mode. The standings currently look like this. We lead the constructors by 38 and we lead the drivers by 35. Now, I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, but I feel like the Drivers' Championship is pretty much sealed. Today, I can secure the championship by finishing 5th or higher. If I do that, I am a back-to-back world champion. And even if I don't manage that, even in Abu Dhabi, I'll only need like a P8 or a P9. The Constructors, though, is a lot more open. 38 points over 2 rounds is actually not too difficult to overcome. That's what? 17, 18 points difference in each race, and to be honest, it is doable for Red Bull if Lando Norris is driving the way he is. However, Red Bull's other driver is Checo Perez, so I feel like we might be okay with that. So today, all we're looking for is a top 5 finish to secure the drivers, and then we go to Abu Dhabi to secure the constructors. Let's get to quali. Okie dokie, welcome to quali. Now, I want to say, before we start, if you could please like the video and subscribe, because not only am I telling you, not asking, I'm forcing you to do so, it also massively helps. I'm trying to hit 1.4k by the end of the year. I do think it's possible. Now, focusing on the race weekend, the task at hand. Now, this track is pretty good for overtaking. That back straight down the strip, with the kind of straight line speed that I can have, I do think that if I have a bad quali, I can, it's not the worst thing in the world. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to set my target a little bit lower than normal. Rather than a top 3 or even a pole position, I'm going to say a top 6, top 7, maybe a top 5. And that's really all I need. Remember, I only need a P5 in the race to win the title. So, yeah. Alright, and here we go for lap number 1. And I do think this track is massively underrated. It is actually probably my favourite track on the entire F1 calendar to drive. Maybe, oh, actually, I don't know. I reckon Melbourne might just beat it, but I absolutely love this track. Maybe because it's a street track, I just, for some reason, have a more favourable preference to street tracks. I love Monaco, I love Singapore, I love Saudi Arabia. Melbourne, even though it doesn't look like one, is a street track. When the Grand Prix circus isn't there, it's a normal road. And yeah, so my usual strategy for this in terms of my ERS usage is, well, keep it on hot lap throughout all of Sector 1 and 2, and then just sort of dump it down the strip, like near the end. Oh, I've braked a little bit too late there. I don't know what my Sector 1 time was, I wasn't looking, but it didn't feel too bad. Lost a little bit through there though, that was pretty smelly. Now here I'm going to be a bit risky and brake a lot later, because you actually can. You can brake a lot later than the game tells you, and you can brake a lot later than you think you can. And I am oh, wow. Ah, okay. So, I have just discovered I am 0.2 of a second off Danny Rick. Wait, no, the other RB, Yuki Tsunoda. Right. Let's just send it through here, avoid the curbage, get over. That was really, really nice through there. And now I can use a bit of overtake and get some time back, but that's really bad, actually. I crossed the line, and I do manage to find a lot of time in the final sector because of my straight line speed and the overtake I dumped, but P14 is not really what you want to see. I mean, both McLarens dropping a stinker. Lando Norris only P12. That's not really helping our constructors, you know, thing, is it? It's really not. It also doesn't help that Max Verstappen himself is currently on pole, and even Checo Perez is P4. That's pretty good for him, let's be honest. We take a look at the sector times. As you can see, Sector 1, I lost 0.2 to Lando Norris. Sector 2, 0.3 to Lando Norris. But then Sector 3, I was almost half a second up on Lando Norris. So I think what I need to do is use a bit more overtake down the first DRS straight, and then the straight that sort of bends before the strip, if you know what I mean. Use like 5 or 10% overtake through there. Give me a bit more time. Plus, just be overall cleaner. Make sure I'm hitting my apexes, my braking points, you know what I mean? get all that together, I reckon there is probably half a second in this lap still. So, new tyres, get some fuel in, and let's have it. Alright, and here we go. Final run of qualifying. This needs to be good. I need to get up that leaderboard. I've dropped down to P15 now. I've also just completely cut the track. One of the RBs completely blocks me into turn 1. That's going to lose me a bit of time. I need to be confident on my throttle pedal, which I am. Send it round there. Big snap of oversteer, but that was pretty good. Now, like I said earlier, I'm going to use a bit more overtake down here. That should gain me some more time. And now we go into the ending part of Sector 1. Braking was pretty good. Avoid the wall on throttle early. That was very nice. I am now a 10th up on Kevin Magnussen. Banged my braking through there. That was gorgeous. Trying to avoid the oversteer. Oh, this is lovely so far. As you can see, I'm now half a second up and I am only halfway through the lap. This could be incredible. Right, hang on a minute here. I might actually have a little bit of a slipstream. Oh, please. Please give me a slipstream. That would be so beneficial to me right now. I'm going to use a little bit of overtake, but not too much. I want to use it when the DRS comes on, so I just blitz all sorts of speed limits. Here we go. 360 kph. I don't know which car that is. That's an Alpine. Gets out the way brilliantly. And I've had an even better run through there than my first lap. I am 7/10 of a second up. I'm going to lose a little bit because I don't have the overtake. And honestly, that's a lot of time found. Half a second, but I don't think my position's going to change much. Nah. No. That's not good, is it? I can't try and, like, find optimism out of that. That is really poor. And as you can see, I've actually been out-qualified by my teammate Lando Norris by a 10th of a second. Right. So has Ocon qualified 7th then? Has he done that? I have no idea. But what we can say, Charles Leclerc, thank you so much for beating Max Verstappen. That gives us a chance. Bear in mind, I only need a top 5 finish if Verstappen wins. If Verstappen finishes 2nd in the Grand Prix, I would only need a P8 to win the title. So we go into the race with the McLarens P8 and P9 and the Red Bulls P2 and P5. The odds are against us, but we fought back before, so why can't we do it again? Go to the race, go. And here we go. This is quite a massive, well, I was going to say evening, but don't they host the race at like 9 or 10 p.m. local time? So it's actually a very important night, really. At Las Vegas, we need a top 5. So no matter what, if I get a top 5, we win the title. If Verstappen doesn't win the race, I only need a P8. And of course, the constructors, I can't even be bothered doing the maths for that. I genuinely just don't want to, do you know what I mean? Right, so I think if we outscore Red Bull by 9 points this weekend, we confirm the constructors as well, I think. I don't think that's going to happen because of how far up the Red Bulls are, but anything's possible. Strategy's just normal, medium to hard. There isn't really any other strategy in the game. Of course, we're not going to be doing a 2-stop. That is just a waste of time. Medium to hard. Let's do this. Penultimate race of the season. Let's win this title. And I'm actually starting P8. Someone ahead has had an engine penalty. That is all the more beneficial to me. And we are away another... oh, I've had a stall. Oh, no. Once again, my starts in these Grand Prix are letting me down massively. I still don't know why that happens. My car, like, bottoms out. It's very, very interesting. I've almost hit a wall on, like, turn 1. Not brilliant. And I have managed to lose a place to Yuki Tsunoda. I reckon I can get that place back, though. I don't know how good my straight line speed's going to be today, but I'm going to try and go down the inside of Yuki here, which is very doable. And, whoa, the oversteer is shocking. Checo Perez had a bit of a stinker. He's dropped from P4 to P6, and now both McLarens are right behind him. This is actually quite good. Come on, Lando, let's go beat him up. There is also a Sauber ahead of Sergio Perez, which might help to slow Perez down. So we'll see how that plays out, but not a bad first lap. Not a great one, of course. I did lose a position, although I did gain it back. In an ideal world, holy moly, I wasn't expecting Tsunoda to have that kind of straight line speed. Well, hang on, I've got straight line speed as well. on Lando Norris, I can definitely go for a move here. It's a little bit risky on your own teammate, but I feel like for the benefits of the team, I need to go for this. Down the inside. That's not the inside, that's the outside. I've also hit Perez up the arse, and Lando's actually going for it. Oh, Perez! Go on, son! Oh, that is world class from you. Wait, no, he's not done it yet. Hang on a minute here. They're going wheel to wheel around the final corner. There isn't really a corner. Maybe I can benefit off this. To the inside of both of them. Late on the brakes. Go on. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Let's go. On lap number 2, on the inside of both of them, I managed to get past Checo and Lando to elevate me into P6. Max Verstappen currently in P2. So at the moment, I am winning the World Championship, but it is only lap 2, so you can't really jump to conclusions yet. Alright, here comes Checo Perez. He's going to go alongside me, and he's through. Wow. Oh, hang on. No, I'm fighting back. Okay, so my acceleration seems to be really poor, but my actual straight line speed is pretty good, and it's really weird how I am losing so much time through the corners, and then I also lose time at the start of the straights. It's really, really strange. So here comes Checo again. He's almost getting alongside me. This is not good. Pierre Gasly, Esteban Ocon up ahead. They're quicker than me. As I say that, I take the fastest lap, but still, they are faster than me. I don't think I can get past. And also, look at the Lando Norris fall off. He is no longer in Checo Perez's DRS. That's really not good. The Sauber and the Alpine having a good old scrap up ahead. Maybe there's a chance for me. Nope, absolutely not. Okay. Right, I reckon there's a world here where I can get past Esteban Ocon. He's not going to have DRS, I think. And my straight line speed should be better than Checo. So even though he's alongside me now I'm gone again. And as you can see, Ocon doesn't have DRS, but there is a Pierre Gasly in the way. And he's going to go for it on Ocon. Never mind, Ocon goes on the defensive. I can go down the inside, and Ocon locks up and goes off. Oh, that is brilliant. That has worked out perfectly for me, Fat Crim. Now I'm up to P4, which means, of course, I've said it about 75,000 times today. If I stay in this position, I'm the world champion. And also, Max Verstappen is now leading, so that could have been a very vital double overtake. Right, it's time to see how good my straight line speed is when I don't have DRS, but the car behind does. And it actually seems pretty good so far. Now the DRS gets turned on, there. Let's see, can I defend only on hot lap? No, I think Gasly is going to go for it. He is going to go for it. I'm going to brake a little bit later than him, but he is going to fight it. So let's just try and keep the place, and I do. That is, of course, going to lose me time to the cars ahead, but honestly, I don't really care about the cars ahead, to be honest. As you can see, actually, look up there! The top 3 all going wheel to wheel into the first corner. Look at that. It's a world-class scrap. It's a shame that I'm not really catching them, because I'd love to get involved in that. And as you can see, Verstappen's dropped down to 3rd. Wow! That's very helpful. Thank you, Hamilton and Leclerc. Here comes Gasly now. I think he's going to go to the outside this time. Once again, I can outbrake him and get in. Oh, that was a bit too close for comfort. And also, someone ahead has had a massive lockup. And I'm not catching. But if they keep scrapping as they are, and Gasly stops sending it around the outside for no reason, I should be able to catch up, even though my pace is shockingly bad. I can't believe what I've just seen up ahead. I have just seen Leclerc, Verstappen, and Hamilton, the big 3 of F1 right now, all go wheel to wheel, 3 wide into the final corner. I might do a little zoom on that in the edit, and you can see that. That was mad. And I managed to find a second because of that as well. So please keep scrapping. Let me catch up. 1.6 now. Yes, I like this. Where's he come from? I look behind me, I just see some Mexicans send it round the outside of Gasly. That is a lovely overtake by Checo Perez. I won't deny him that, but that is not what I want to be seeing right now, is a certain Checo Perez. He seems to have realised what's at stake here, and he's woken up. He's going to probably do it in real life as well. He always does it. You know, throughout mid-season, everyone's like, he has to be sacked, he has to go, he is the worst driver I've ever seen, but then he right livens up in the final 3 races, and that's why he manages to keep his C every year. It's you know, 4D stuff from Checo Perez. my straight line speed should still be more than good enough to keep him back, so I'm not even going to bother trying to look for him and defend from him. I'm looking forward at that. Leclerc and Hamilton going wheels to wheels. Happening again. It is happening again. Hamilton gets ahead of Leclerc. Verstappen also ahead of Leclerc. Send it through, and look who is here. Hello, boys. Greetings. I spot a certain Charlie. Hello, Charlie. Bye-bye, Charlie. I also see a Max Verstappen right in front of me. Hello, Mr. Maxi. Guess where I'm going? Around the outside. Look at me go. And then, look who else we've got. It's only the 7-time world champion, Lewis Hamilton. How are you doing today? Oh, massive oversteer, DRS on. Come on then, you want to go, you Dutch prick? Let's have ya. Oh, Hamilton's in the way. Right, this is awkward. To the outside. He's going to bump me a little bit on the brakes. Oh, I love this game. What a move. That is outstanding from Fat Crim. So, in a matter of 20 seconds, I go from P4 to P1 in this race. Now, actually defending is going to be quite tricky now. I've only got 30% ERS left. And, yeah, Verstappen isn't going to let me win this one for free, is he? So, it might be over for me, but that's fine. I don't really care. That move was already quite good. Now, if Verstappen is going to get past me here, what I want to avoid is Hamilton also getting past me. So let's turn the hot lap on. I'm actually competing with Verstappen in straight line speed, but I don't really want to use hot lap. I know it's a bit of a, you know, bitchy thing to do, but I know that I don't have to win this race to win the championship. I can let Verstappen streak off if he really wants to. It doesn't really bother me. I will still win the title. But I also know that I can probably match pace with him and also stay in his DRS, so I don't mind him going past. And now is the time to stop. So, the plan is, stick with Verstappen, if I can, overtake him down the strip, and then make my pit stop. Right, here we come. I didn't even realise I was outside of a second. I've sort of muddled that up a little bit. Okay, never mind, my plan went out the window, but look how good my straight line speed is, even without DRS. If I did have DRS, I would have flew past Verstappen. Now, is he going to stop? Yes, that's really annoyed me, but it's not the end of the world, I guess. We can both go in. Now, let's just hope I have a better pit stop than Mr. Verstappen. He actually locked up quite bad going into the pits. He's doing a Melbourne, where his brakes set on fire. Now, come on, give me just a really bad stop, like really, really stinky. Alright, the reverse psychology didn't work that time. Last time out, it did work. I said, give me the worst stop ever, and my pit stop was fantastic. I forgot what it was. I think it was My Team Canada. Yeah, that hasn't worked. I have dropped not only considerably far behind Verstappen, but I'm now behind Hamilton and Leclerc, which means I've got to do all of that hard work all over again. Bloody fantastic. What I did do, though, is I increased my downforce by only 3 clicks, which shouldn't make a massive difference, but I noticed that my cornering speed is shocking compared to everyone else, and my straight line speed is way too good, so I thought I'd balance it out by increasing my downforce a little bit. Oh, and we have a yellow flag in Sector 2, which is what I'm currently in. Oh, that is so tragic. Lewis Hamilton, engine blew up moment, and he is going to be out of the race. That is tragic for Mr. Lewis Hamilton. Fernando Alonso, right behind me. I don't have DRS, so Leclerc is flying along, and I'm running out of VRS. Everything is looking a bit bleak. Right, so the issue that I'm now facing is that because me and Leclerc both got caught up in the pits, Verstappen now has a considerable lead over the competition, as you can see. It's about 4 seconds. Now, because of that, Leclerc obviously isn't going to scrap with Verstappen, meaning I can catch up. And because of that, and how bad my pace is, as you can see, I'm now getting double overtaken by Alonso and Ocon. So, I believe now it's going to be a fight for P3. We're going 3 wide into this corner. That is actually suicidal. AI, relax. Of course, if I still finish P3, even though Verstappen will probably win this race, I still win the championship. But I'm also thinking about the constructors, and also just I want to have a good race result. You know, imagine, like, winning the title, but by finishing third is was a bit crap, really. I'd rather, like, win the race to win my championship, even if I don't need to. Oh my goodness, Esteban Ocon, where has that pace come from then? I'm sorry, he was almost past me before the DRS came on. That Sauber is outrageously fast. What have they done to that thing? Right, it's time to re-overtake Ocon and reclaim my podium place. Here we go, round the outside. I'm actually going to have to put a bit more effort into this than I thought I would. Get on the brakes, turn in, very nice. Now, of course, that is going to lose me quite a bit of time to Leclerc, but to be honest, I'm not really bothered about Leclerc and Verstappen anymore. I'm just focusing on finishing in that top 3 or more, well, at least top 4, and win this championship. That's all I care about. 3 laps remain in this penultimate race, and it is so difficult trying to hang on. Here comes Fernando Alonso down the inside of turn 1. Please leave me alone. This is almost harassment at this point. For the last, like, 5 or 6 laps when I've not shown any of it, it's just been Alonso sending up the inside. Here he comes again. He sends it up the inside. He goes around the outside. It doesn't matter to him. Now, him overtaking me here, I don't actually really mind because I, of course, get DRS down the strip and I could just re-overtake him, and it gets me closer to Mr. Leclerc, even though it doesn't really make a difference because he pulls away in the corners. And that's been the main thing that's hampering me today. My cornering is dreadful. And I just mean, like, my minimum speed, and I'm basically just slow. Now, I do think I am still running less downforce than I should be. I'm currently on 12 on the front, 0 on the rear, because on this game you can run a lot less on the rear, usually just 0. And, yeah, I feel like if I ran, like, 15.5, maybe I would have been a lot more quicker through the corners. But there is a benefit to having low downforce. And here it is. Yeah, that's what you usually get when you run low downforce. That incredible straight line speed. And you can see how much closer it's got me to Leclerc. I've actually nearly got within DRS of him. That's how much speed I have down that straight. We go into the penultimate lap. And as much as I'd love to try and catch Mr. Charlie, I don't think I can. So what I'm going to do is just focus on keeping this P3 and getting on the podium. And to do that, we're going to save up ERS throughout this lap. And then, wait, I've got DRS? What? How did I get DRS? I don't think I was ever within a second of Charlie. Okay, hang on then. Plans have changed. There's a little rejuvenation spell by Fat Crim here. Hang on a moment. There is a realistic chance here of a Mr. Leclerc overtake on the penultimate lap. I'm getting revenge for what he did to Checo in real life last year. Here we come. DRS enabled. Do I have the speed to catch him? Oh, it's going to be close. Do I go for it? I think I go for it, you know. He's going on the defensive. Round the outside of Leclerc. Break, break, break. Oh, that was just like in real life. Except I went the other way. But it doesn't matter. Verstappen has a 6.5 second lead. He's gone. He has won this for sure. Now it's me against Leclerc for P2. But even if I lose this fight, this 1v1, I will still be the world champion of the world. Undisputed. Go everything. Now, through the first DRS, I don't actually mind Leclerc passing me. I did it to Alonso. You saw I just come back down the strip and get back past. And that'll be some true revenge for last year. But wow. Back-to-back world champion. That is crazy. In my first 2 seasons of this career mode, I've won the world championship in both of them. This year, though, this season, was a lot more difficult than the last. Last one, I won, what, like 8-9 races, maybe even more, out of 16 and just cruised it. This time, although I've secured it a race before the end, it's still been a lot more difficult. But what this will do, if I can finish second, is keep up my 100% podium record this season, apart from one race. And here we go, DRS enabled. I don't have much ERS left, though. That might do me down the final straight. Leclerc's gone. See you later, mate. Fernando Alonso looking for a move on him as well. And that's just lovely. So Max Verstappen, a valiant rival, wins the Grand Prix. There it is. Fat Crim, Ayrton Senna, driver champion of the Drivers' World Championship, winner of the world. Let's go. Now, can I get the animation to confirm it, please? There it is. Boom! What a race! to end on. Well, there's still one more race, and I believe the Constructors is still up for grabs, but, like, it's cool. Do you know what I mean? What a race as well. Like, just, you know, P9, or I started P8, really suboptimal qualifying, making some decent overtakes, and then, of course, that triple overtake to go from P4 to P1, the dodgy pit stop getting sent back, then fighting amongst Alonso and Ocon back into the podium places and overtaking Leclerc on the final lap. GG's Verstappen. I don't know why you're celebrating, because you might have won, but you haven't done anywhere near enough this season to take it to the final race of the season. You're just mid. And here is your final finishing order. Wow, those fastest laps are close. 31.4, 3, 2, 4, and then the fastest was 1 by Lance Stroll. And once again, Lando Norris is letting the team down massively. Esteban Ocon finishing P6 is a crazy performance, by the way. Checo Perez must have overtaken Ocon on the final lap. That's really annoying. So, of course, I am now the world champion. I lead by 28 points. I cannot turn up to Abu Dhabi and I'd still win, because obviously the maximum points you can get is 26. The Constructors, though, looks like this. 23-point difference. Now, that's still a lot, and I still think that we've got this in the bag, but 23 points isn't that difficult to overcome. This weekend, they done 15, and that's only because I managed to finish second. If I finished, you know, at P5 or 6, they get another 10, and they would have got like 25 to 28 points. So it's definitely possible for them to make the comeback in Abu Dhabi. But wow, back-to-back world champion. I do hope that next season it's a bit more competitive. I would like at least one of these seasons to go down to the final race. I feel like that'd be quite exciting. Maybe I need a new rival. Maybe Max Verstappen isn't built for it. I hope maybe Fernando Alonso, I'd love a title fight with him or Charles. But obviously as well, it's not just down to me and who my rival is, it's also down to the car. Right now, our car is 4th quickest behind Red Bull, Ferrari and Aston. So I might not even be in a title fight next season, but we still have one more race left to decide the Constructors. That's going to be all from me today. I'm the world champion. Lovely stuff. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I will see you lots later. Goodbye. Sod off now. Go away. Leave.